Hello everyone, my name is Noor Younossi and welcome to another episode of Tips and Tricks with ProPricer. We'll cover useful tips and tricks in ProPricer to help you leverage your time better and get things priced. In today's episode, we're going to talk about time-phased travel rates. This feature allows a timescale of your choosing to be assigned to a travel rate table. It also enables live pricing for the travel rates in your proposal. This means that when changes are made to the travel rate table, proposals using the table will be updated automatically. The travel rate table allows you to enter all your destinations and define expenses for those destinations, such as airfare, per diem, rental car, hotel, or any other user-defined travel expenses. And with our latest update, you can now enter monthly, quarterly, or annual rates in the table. To demonstrate this feature, I'm going to start by creating a new travel rate table. To create this table, navigate to the Rates and Tables section of the navigation pane, right-click the Travel Rates folder, and select New Travel Rate Table. In the Properties window that appears, enter a name. Let's call this table Tank Monthly Travel, and for the description, I'll enter Tank Monthly Travel Rates. Then select a time phase by clicking the Timescale drop-down menu and clicking one of these options. For mine, I'll select Monthly. The multi-currency checkbox can also be selected here to enable multi-currency functions, which allows different currencies to be entered for each travel expense. I'll leave that one unchecked for now. Also, the weekly and monthly rental car rates and the multi-rental car quantity can be enabled here if you need that level of detail. I'm going to leave those boxes unchecked for now. Now that the table is created, our next step is to add destinations to the top grid along with the rates for each travel expense. I'll select San Diego, California for my first destination, assign the travel resource in the resource column, then enter the airfare, per diem, and hotel rates. For my second destination, I'll enter New York, New York, assign the travel resources in the resource column, then enter the airfare, per diem, and hotel rates for the destination. We can also create escalation sets for each rate by using the corresponding tab at the top of the middle grid called Escalation Sets. Notice how there are separate tabs for each travel expense type? The first escalation set I'll create here is for the San Diego destination's airfare rate. To do this, I'll highlight the San Diego, California row in the top grid, then enter a base date of January 2020 in the middle grid. The base rate here will be 100 with a factor of 2%, a step of 12, and it will be extended for 5 years or 60 months. When I save this escalation set, you'll notice that the rates grid at the bottom becomes populated with the updated rates for each month and year, including the escalation. These steps can be repeated to enter escalation sets for each of the remaining expenses and destinations. Another great benefit of using the timescale feature on the travel rates table is that you will no longer need to use the Update Current Proposal button to bring the changes that are made to a travel rate table into a specific proposal. By selecting a timescale for a table, its rates are then live priced, meaning that any changes are automatically sent to all the proposals using that table. Live pricing is a function that indirect rates and direct rates also use in ProPricer. With this new update, there is also an option to assign a timescale to any existing travel rate table that doesn't have one applied yet. Let's try this on this Tank Annual Travel table here by right-clicking on the table in the Rates and Tables section of the navigation pane, selecting Travel Rate Table Properties, and updating the timescale setting from None to Annual. The exception to this is if the travel rate table already has a timescale selected and escalation rates that have been spread. In this case, the timescale setting in the travel rate table properties will be shaded and it can't be changed. To update the timescale of the travel table in this scenario, you would first need to remove the escalated rates for each destination, which could be a time-consuming task depending on the number of destinations in the table. Therefore, it is recommended to have the correct timescale selected during the initial setup of a travel rate table. When the travel rate table is complete and ready for use, simply attach it to your proposal in the pricing page of the proposal properties. Then you're ready to begin entering your travel costs into your proposal. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your colleagues who use ProPricer. If you have any questions about ProPricer or maybe even some tips and tricks of your own, please let us know. Who knows? Your tip might just end up in our next video. Again, my name is Noor Younossi, and as always, thanks for watching.